Hey, Tara Cherie here, and I am joining you today from my home office in the basement. If this is your first time joining in, I just want to welcome you. If you're somebody that joins us weekly, I just want to welcome you. We do Facebook Lives every Tuesday and Thursday between 12:50 p.m. and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I didn't want to take up too much time. My kids actually have appointments today. But one thing that did get laid on my heart that I just really wanted to share with you today, and it was during my prayer time this morning, the Lord really reminded me about, hey Whitney, the Lord really reminded me about why health, why taking care of our bodies. You know, it's so easy just to go to the store and buy something because it's cheaper and it's more convenient. But let me ask you something. Is having medical expenses thousands and thousands of dollars later, is that really being entrusted with what you've been given? And clearly the answer to that is no, it's not, right? You know, medicine and, medical bills can be extraordinarily expensive. And if you don't have the right tools and resources, that's thousands and thousands of dollars more. So why is it that we treat our bodies like crap and like junk? You know, we eat whatever we want because it's convenient. And when somebody approaches us about taking care of our health, we make every excuse about not spending the money, not having enough time. You know what? Taking care of your body and having successful results with it is not always convenient. Success is not always something that's convenient. And it's more of a matter of whether or not you're going to get out of the way of yourself in order to experience real results. And I can share just a little bit of a personal testimony with you on something related to this, on why I decided to make some changes, because I wasn't always honoring my body for the Lord. Because let me share a scripture with you. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20 says, "Do you not know that the body, your temple, is of the Holy Ghost, and it's not your own? So you're bought with a price. Glorify God in your body and your spirit, which are His." Well, if this body is not our own and our skin is just our shell, then why are we not doing what it takes if we know it's not ours and we're to entrust it with Him and He wants us to take care of it? Then why are we making the choices that we're making? Because some of us, and there's more and more studies coming out, that sugar is just fueling cancer. You know, because the cells, the way that the cells are and the way that the cells reproduce, is if you're eating huge amounts of sugar, it's setting you up for cancer. It's setting you up for, issues with your lungs, issues with your heart, issues with your mind. There's a lot of things that go and play into this. And you can be sitting there saying, I had somebody tell me last night, well, but I'm thin, I don't really need to worry about it. I'll worry about it later. Well, just because you're thin doesn't mean that you're healthy. You can still be thin and have deep fat that can potentially block your arteries and cause damage, that can cause you to do all kinds of things. Well, I'm stressed out, so I'm going to go ahead and eat. Well, let me tell you a little something about that. So, growing up, I won't go into the whole story because I totally want to honor my family that's involved. Okay? But, let's just put it this way. Okay? I ran into some situations and I decided that I was going to go ahead and just eat whatever it is that I wanted to eat, because I was stressed out and I had a lot of anxiety. I had a lot of really dark thoughts. Well, let me tell you something. What you eat totally reflects, sorry, I have hair in my face. It totally reflects anxiety. Oftentimes we stress eat to cover other issues that are in our body, and that's exactly what I did. So let's just say that there was a situation going on, and instead of going to the Lord and praying through the situation and saying, okay, God, I really need your help because I don't know how to handle this situation. I don't know how to handle the emotions. I'm feeling really negative about my experience. How can I get through this? I really need your help. Well, I was stress eating. Well, what is that? That's idolatry. And it wasn't just like one sandwich or two sandwiches. It was like half the loaf of bread, at least minimum 3/4 of the loaf of bread. It was a lot of things. It was ice cream in the freezer. But the thing is, I got sneaky and I would leave just enough so people didn't know. They knew that I was like stress eating, but they didn't know that I was like how deeply I was truly binging, right? Like this just kept going on and on and on and on. And once I was done with the ice cream, I'd raid the pantry, whatever was available. And then my purge of choice was exercise. But I also wasn't taking care of myself mentally, because we all know that the issues surrounding food deal with our mental discipline, whether or not we're committed to eating right, because we all have a choice. And those choices, they eventually come with a consequence. If it doesn't catch up with you now, it's going to catch up with you later. So, I would just say to myself, well, I'm just going to go work out anyway. So why does it matter? Well, you can't have long-lasting results, eat healthy, okay, and see your life transform and change, right? That's just not going to happen, okay? You've got to make a commitment and be dedicated and disciplined enough to say, hey, I'm really hungry for change, and make effective changes, because habits are developed by your actions. And if you're not willing to change those habits take over your life and they wreak havoc in every area possible. And rather than having a mentality of, I'm going to go pray first, I'm going to go take a walk, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to spend some alone time, we have the habit of saying, I'm stressed out, I'm going to go eat. Okay, it's an addiction. And it's an idolatry. It takes over our life. And, that idolatry opens the door to depression, to anxiety, to weight gain, to, trying different diets. Why do you think so many people try so many diets, but they never have effective changes? They may lose weight, then they gain it all back, then some, or maybe they tried diets and they had minimal success, but then they heard about the next diet that was out there, so they decided to do that. Or they heard what the new trend was, they wanted to try it out. Or they would try a diet and actually gain weight, and they couldn't figure out why they weren't losing weight. Well, if you don't know how to take care of your body, how to properly fuel it, how to make true lifestyle changes, because there's a huge difference between what is a diet and what is a lifestyle change, what is quick success, and what is willing to stay the course for a longer period of time for long-lasting results going to bring you. Right, like what Whitney said, quick success, but not long-lasting changes. Okay, well, if you have quick success, that's great, but most people that have quick success gain it back. Okay, and I'm going to go into that in just a second. So when I would go and I would exercise, I would beat myself up. It was usually to punish myself, or eating was actually to punish myself. I'd actually say negative things to myself as I work out or as I eat. That's what I used to do. So I was actually a true bulimic. I was actually overweight. Most bulimics are overweight. Okay, and I just really, what it boiled down to, I just had unresolved conflict, unresolved problems. I really needed healing from the inside out, but I really didn't know how to properly fuel and take care of my body. Okay, yes, I knew eat vegetables, eat meat, eat fruit, cut out the junk. I knew the basics. But if you do not build the foundation and you do not build it correctly, and you do not ask God how to guide you through these changes, and you don't have the right leadership and the right mentorship, that change really isn't effective change. Okay, because you may not know all the steps, but maybe you know of somebody who's had those results that can teach you how to properly take care of your body. Okay, and So that in itself is huge, okay? It's a huge reason why to get the right mentorship, why to start making changes in your body. Now, I will tell you that I've been on this journey now. I mean, I worked for myself for over 10 years, but I started this journey of being healthier for about 8 years. And I had to do that exact thing. You know, I remember sitting on the couch one night and I was wondering, okay, God, why am I getting agitated that I'm not having snack tonight? And I really had to start there. That's actually how I got my start. I started digging to the root of why I felt the need to eat when I really wasn't nourishing my body. Let me ask you something. Are you nourishing your body or are you eating just to eat? Because we're not meant to be controlled by sugar. We're not meant to be controlled by saturated fats. We're not meant to be controlled by excess calories. That's gluttony, you know? When you start eating that much, it's a problem. It in itself is an idol, okay? So if you're really wanting to experience freedom, because it's not just what it does to the physical body, it's also what it does to you mentally. You know, I mean, how many of you are struggling with brain fog and lack of clarity and you're not performing at your best? Well, you know, it's like fueling a car. You know, if you fuel it crap oil, you're going to get like a sludgy car that doesn't run right. And eventually you're going to destroy your engine. Okay? It's the same thing with our bodies. Our bodies need premium fuel for the body. Now, I'm not going to get all technical, okay? I know that we can use unleaded in most cars, okay? And it's safe. But I'm just simply saying, if we don't fuel our bodies properly with the right nutrition, because let me tell you something, we're not getting it from the food we eat. We're not getting it from, you know, the items that we buy at the store necessarily. Yes, it helps some, but, you know, you still have to add any more supplements and nutrition because the ground is just totally depleted of those things. Okay? And let me tell you something. I tried diets in the past. Okay? I had great success. Okay? I had times where I lost 50 and 60 pounds. Guess what? I gained it back. Okay? But this time was different. I decided to, the same thing that I'm sharing with you, I decided to make some changes and take some action. I decided that my life was worth it. Okay? Nothing is worse than having a bunch of pressure on your knees. Nothing is worse than not being able to keep up with your kids. Nothing is worse than the pressure that's being put on your heart. Nothing's worse than knowing that certain disease is running your family. Nothing is worse than huffing and puffing up and down the stairs because you can't breathe right. You can't play sports because you run out of breath. Okay? You can't think clearly and perform the way that you're supposed to, and you don't have the clarity that you need to get tasks done because you're tired, you're crashing, you're fatigued, your eyes hurt, okay? This is something that so many people experience. These are normal things that people experience every day. Well, why continue to put yourself through that and suffer all the time? And that's what I asked myself finally. I was like, why would I want to do this to myself day in and day out? Well, I really don't want to do that to myself anymore, right? So I made a decision that rather than dieting, and I prayed about it too, because there are so many health and wellness companies, but when you look into the products, they don't have that quality. They still have some level of filler or hidden ingredient in them, and then you have some results, but you're not having the full results. Well, nothing's worse than the glass half full. That's like the worst thing of all, right? So, you know, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to be all in and I'm going to make that commitment and I'm going to get the full effects. I'm going to maximize the full benefits of it. I'm going to make sure that I have the full result from it. Because why? If it works for me, what is it I'm going to do? This. I'm going to go off and I'm going to share it. Right. Most contain sucralose or they contain other things that are actually, you know, harmful. I mean, you don't have to go far. Look in the grocery store, the organic section, you read on it, certified organic. You look at the back of the label and there's weed killer in your product. Seriously? I couldn't even believe it. I looked at the salad dressing the other day and 3/4 of them, I mean, seriously, like more like maybe 98% of them contain sugar. Why? Well, there are theories and things I could say about that I'm not going to bring up on this video because that's not the point. And I'm already, getting heated, passionate a little bit, so I'd really rather not go there, okay? That's a different video for a different time, okay, when we have some more time. But, the bottom line is, okay, we got to get away from that. We got to do what everybody else is telling us to do and do the exact opposite of that. Okay, because we need to get away from these sugars. We need to get away from saturated fats. We need to get away from refined sugars. We need to get away from things that are tearing apart our body. Why is it that the things that contain sugar are actually cheaper than eating the things that are at the parameter of the grocery store, like the vegetables, the fruit? Okay, those are the things that you really need, the lean meat. Okay, that's what you should really be eating. You should be eating as clean and nutrient dense as possible. It's not about restricting calories. It's about the way that you eat your food and how you eat your food and how you're willing to take care of your body and the choices that you're willing to make. Let me share this with you. So about a year ago, okay, and Whitney can vouch for this, I made a decision that I really wanted to help people heal because I wanted to do this. If it worked for me and I learned how to properly not only cleanse and detox my body, but if I learned how to properly fuel my body, how to get the right nutrition for my body, how to not restrict my calories in order to do it, but how to still eat to nourish my body, okay, then if it worked for me, I was going to do this and share it with other people because I really wanted them to see transformation. If I'm getting results, nothing satisfies me more than seeing people transformed and healed forever. Okay, because we have one life to live. We have one body, one temple to take care of. And some of us, we only get one chance. We don't get a second redo. But some of us, get a chance over and over and over again to build the foundation and to do things really, truly correct. So when I saw our company and I saw, it wasn't even so much about a company, but it was like I saw hope. I saw people, and I can't make medical claims, but I saw people getting free of their anxiety, of their depression, of their physical health symptoms. And, their numbers were going down. If they were diabetics, they were getting off like medications and stuff. And I mean, I'm no expert or anything. I'm just a mom and a wife and a, business owner and a coach. And I really love helping people on social media. I mean, I'm just about as humble as they get. I'm just an everyday person. But when I saw that these same people were everyday people that were not only getting set free, but as they got free, it's like their whole life came in order, right? Like their marriages were getting better, their kids were getting set free of their issues, and we were seeing so many, like just my husband and I were seeing so many people, making extraordinary income. Why? Because they were getting mental clarity and they were getting strategies and they were getting insights because they could think clearly. They were no longer having brain fog and all these issues. And it was like, oh my gosh, it's like a no-brainer. They're losing weight. They look great. They all look like models, like they're, and these were everyday real people. They had extra fat, extra issues, everything, but they were literally getting free. Every area of their life was coming together. It was like, wow, we were just like, that does it, and we just prayed about it and it was like, let's go. And my husband actually told me to do this. And so, I did. And it was the best decision that I ever made. And I've been able to actually just clean eating, just detox friendly meals, that just recipes that were, just shared in the group. I was able to knock out almost 10 pounds now, and I'll put my results so you can kind of see them in the comment section so you can get an idea of the difference, and it's a noticeable difference. And when I saw the detox program, I was nursing, so I wasn't sure if I would be able to even do like a full detox. That's why I was doing the detox friendly meals. But when I realized, no, with some simple modifications, I can truly do detox. And other people are waiting out there that need hope. They need hope for their future. They're in a dark place. They don't know where to turn. They don't know how to get out of their funk and out of their situations. And, It's like my life is not my own. I don't want to just live for myself. I really want to be able to experience and share this with other people. I want to give them their life back. I mean, what a gift. That's priceless. You can't necessarily give people their life back. It's a really humbling experience to be able to do that, to see people's lives changed forever. The same lives that I saw in front of me that were getting changed, I wanted to be able to help people do that. I wanted to be, I wouldn't necessarily call it ministry, but I guess in a way, it's really like health ministry, well, health and wellness ministry. I was like, I really want to see people healed inside out the way that my life is changing. I mean, I'm so much more patient. I'm more calm. My marriage is rocking. My kids are on product now. And I mean, they love it. They love it. They love some of our products. They're like, my 7-year-old's asking me for more every day now. It's really awesome. She's seeing what we're doing and she's like, I want that. I want to try that. And we're just seeing the whole family getting, healed and set free. And I'm going to keep you updated on my journey because my testimony is not over yet. I'm still making changes, and I lost 2 more ounces last night. And, I feel incredible. I'm not crashing. I have sustained energy. I feel like I want to share just this transformation with the whole world, because there's nothing like this company. When I posted my results in some of our Facebook groups and our social media, I had so much. It wasn't even just about the results. It was about all the support I was getting and all the people that were encouraging, that cared so much about our company, that were just cheering me on. I mean, people that don't even know me, but they love me and they want to see me set free. And so they're just cheering me on. They're encouraging me to keep going, and they're giving me motivation. They're like feeding. My love language is words of affirmation. So they're like totally fueling me to keep going. I'm like, and the temptation is still there. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I have less cravings, and I actually enjoy the detox. I'm actually enjoying, I like it better when I eat right. I slept like a baby last night for the first time. I mean, I always get good sleep, but it was like that extra push that I needed. And, just to get that extra nudge of when you sleep like a baby, you just get that really solid sleep and you wake up feeling so refreshed. Well, maybe some of you haven't experienced that, but it's another reason to check this out, right? So, it was so wonderful to have that, to have my life back, to see it coming together in order. And, I'm getting all of these downloads spiritually from the Lord right now. Like, he's just dropping all kinds of things in my spirit. And, I know it's because I changed the way that I ate. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, my life is so much more different than it was even before I started the detox. And I just started yesterday. I had my first day yesterday, and I'm not afraid to say that. I'm proud of that because it takes commitment to make dedicated, committed, sustained results for a 28-day period. That takes a lot. That's big balls right there. You have to have, dedication to be able to do that. It's a gentle detox, but you still have things you have to do. You have to time everything. You have to be willing just to say, I'm going to take the extra 5 minutes. I'm going to get up 5 minutes early. I'm not going to lie. You have to be dedicated to it. But are you hungry? Are you tired of being sick and suffering and being depressed and having anxiety? Do you really want to have a quality of life and truly live? Then I encourage you to get in touch with me, and I'm going to leave my information in the comment section because this is something that I'm just so passionate about. I don't want to see you suffering any longer, but you've got to make a decision that you don't want to suffer any longer, right? It can't be just enough that I want it for you. You have to really be hungry and want it. But let me tell you something. I am looking to work with a few people who are absolutely dedicated, that are serious to making true health changes, not just diets. I'm talking lifestyle habits changes, that don't want to suffer any longer, that don't want to deal with these symptoms and these depressions, that don't want to be on 900 medications anymore, that really want to make effective changes and want to see their whole family transform, that really want, clarity mentally, that want to get results physically. You are exactly who I'm talking to, you right now. Let's connect. I'm going to leave my information in the comment section, because here's the thing. For those of you that are believers, this is what the Lord told me today, and I feel like it's going to minister to somebody. you know, when you get tempted to cheat, like I had a temptation moment last night. I did cave, I have to be honest, but I still lost because I did some things right. So God still honored that. Okay. But, okay, the thing is, when you make these changes, okay, and you decide, oh my gosh, I'm tempted with cheating, well, would you not take care of your body? When you accept the Lord, it's a covenant. You go into a covenant with Him. So if you make a promise to take care of your temple, God doesn't break His promises with you. So don't break your promises to God. If you're crying out to Him and you truly want to change, it's because He wants to go into a covenant with you. He wants to have effective change with you. It's not just you that wants this. It's the Lord too, because you're meant to share your life with others. You are meant to encourage and uplift and empower other people. Yes, get your results first so you can share it with others. But let me tell you something. If you make that promise to God, don't break your promise. Keep going. It's a covenant relationship. He gave you a second chance at this for a reason. And for those of you that are watching, I really believe there's a reason why you're watching. I believe that there's a reason that people are going to be drawn to this video. I believe that there's a reason that I'm going to be aligned with the right people. And that's because, and Whitney as well. And it's because, you know, we believe in effective change. Because it's not just about us. We saw results that other people were having, and we made a decision to help other people get their results, to help ourselves first and take care of our bodies. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of other people. It's a given. So you have to be willing to take care of your body first so that you can make a difference for others. I hope that this video helped you. I hope that the Lord is speaking to hearts right now. My prayer is that somebody will reach out to me through these videos or through my social media or comment so that I can get some information in your hand, because I am ready to mentor and teach, but I need the right person who's really hungry. You don't have to be a part of a company in the business side in order to get results and to transform your own life. But you can get on a product. You can be properly trained how to take care of your body. And I really want to be able to teach you those things. I really want to be able to pass on the knowledge that the Lord has given me, through the leadership that He has given me, through the people that I've worked with that have brought wisdom and knowledge and tools and resources. You know, I want to be able to pass all of that along. I want to be able to leave a long-lasting legacy. I want to be a part of a team that has effective change, not just for me, not just for Whitney, but across the board and for the people that are meant to come aboard. You know, I really want to see that happen. So if this is you and you're starting to feel a stir, I want you to take a minute to pray about it, and then I want you to reach out to me. Let's connect. Let me get some information in your hand, and maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you, but you'll never know until we connect. But I am looking forward to connecting with you. I believe in you. I am praying for each and every one of you. I believe that God has healing for each of you. So let's connect so that I can get those details in your hand. I hope that you have a great rest of your week. Be blessed, and I will look forward to connecting with you Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day. Bye for now.